What up, everybody? It's your boy, Avell did it back with another one. However you got here, whether you already subscribed to the channel, whether I popped up on your news feed, whether somebody told you about me and checking me out for the first time, however you got here was meant for you to be here, so I appreciate it. Before I get started, if you can hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for the content. You did it? Cool. Shouts out to everybody who keep hitting that like, hype, subscribe button, sharing the content. I truly, truly appreciate it. So, to everybody out there, I love to say thank you. I truly, truly appreciate it. Who we got up right now? We got Trap Lord Ross, Chrisean Rock up right now. What? Yeah. So, if you guys have been online and you got the hip hop culture in your algorithms, you probably heard all of the rumors about Chrisean Rock and her having something to do with the unaliving of the alleged baby father of her kid. What? Now, I'm not saying she did or she didn't, but it's just tripping me out how one rumor could trickle down to everybody accusing you of something. Let's hear what the famous guy, Trap Lord Ross, who is all about how can I put this? He's all about black trauma. This is right up his alley to put something together with this. So let's hear what Trap Lord put together. I'll tell you what I think.
As far as the Ronnie Doe murder, and then we're going to rewind all the way back to a few other murders, and there's allegedly multiple bodies, multiple murders that some people think Chrisean Rock might have had something to do with, allegedly in some people's opinion, but this is what's going around. But look at this.
Hey, if y'all notice, Trap Lord, if it's a rumor that you were responsible for one unaliving, that's not good enough for him. It has to at least be 3. it has to at least be 3. And it's a trip how he comes up with these theories. All right, I ain't gonna pause it. Here we go.
Boyfriend Ronnie Doe is still very much active. More than a year after Ronnie Doe, whose real name was Karan Khan, was shot in Maryland, police tell TMZ detectives are continuing to work the case, but are not releasing any new details. Before his death, Karan made headlines after publicly claiming he was the father of Chrisean Rock's son, Chrisean Jr. Although Chrisean has said time after time that Blueface is the child's father, even though Blueface has publicly disputed paternity. Karan and Chrisean were also involved in a public confrontation at a Maryland mall just...
Hey, look at him. There's a picture of him right there. He looks just like Chrisean's baby. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. They look just alike. I just don't think this Blue's baby. We all know it's not Blue's baby. But yeah, there he is right there. And if you put Chrisean's baby next to this guy right here, they look alike. They really do look alike. So I don't know. You can't just always go off of looks, but it seems like the older the kid is getting, the more he's looking like this guy right here. Let's continue.
Weeks before Karan's death, where police responded after an argument between the former couple. Then in February 2025, Karan was fatally shot outside a home in Maryland in what investigators believe was a targeted attack. He was found suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and later died at a nearby hospital. Now, more than a year later, no suspect has been publicly identified, no arrests have been announced, and police say the homicide investigation remains open. Police say the
So we're off to a bad start, all right? But apparently, okay, I'm going to tell you about a few more bodies that some people are now pointing the finger at Chrisean Rock about. This is all alleged, but this is what's going around. So, hang on, there's actually so much here that I just can't believe it. So, the first one, okay, happened allegedly on February the 9th, 2017, when May Ann Atiliano Siasen was killed inside her home. This is the news reporting on that.
32-year-old Mayan Adelano Saison was alive Thursday morning when her family members left for work and school from the home on the 3800 block of Perryhurst Place in Nottingham. When her relatives returned at about 5 p.m., they called police.
They were called out for a medical emergency, and when they arrived at the home, they found a woman who was on the floor inside the house. She had some sort of trauma to the upper portion of her body.
Saison was dead at the scene. Police don't know how long she was dead, but in the home with her body was a little girl.
They don't believe that the 4-year-old was a witness to the event, but the 4-year-old they do believe was in the house at the time. The 4-year-old is the daughter of the decedent.
Police say Saison is the mother of multiple children who were part of the group of relatives who discovered her body upon their return to the home. Police don't have any suspects or motives so far, but they are confident about one thing.
We don't believe that there is a random killer out there. We do believe that in one way or another, this woman was an intended victim.
Police officials say detectives are waiting for the autopsy results before finalizing what the manner of death was.
Now I'm waiting to see, what does this have to do with Chrisean? He was saying that she lived in his house. He better hurry up and explain this part, because I ain't heard nothing about this. But let's continue.
We're live in Towson. George Lettuce, WBAL TV 11 News.
So, excuse me, mind the acronyms there. So what's crazy about this? One, they've got the comments turned off, so that's always a bit suspicious. But basically, there's a lot of information now going around, and I informed you of this in a previous video, okay, that basically r/exposing Chrisean Rock was kind of, going crazy right now with a lot of alleged activity exposing Chrisean. And there would be a few posts about this murder that tried to connect her to it. Somebody said, has anyone looked into the case of Mayan Ataliana Siasen? Could be a stretch, but it's a cold case in Maryland, and I read somewhere allegedly a suspect was underage and they weren't able to do anything because she was put into a mental facility. They said, and of course, when I'm trying to find that now, I can't, but here it is. Someone said, I was trying to find the woman's name on the old Reddit. Unfortunately, it was deleted, but yeah, I heard a lot of things behind it being Chrisean. So this was an article. It said Siasen was killed from trauma to the upper body. Police believe the killing. They don't believe the killing was random. She'd been found by the family returning home. Back in 2017, a spokesperson for the police said, we actually need help from the public to give us any information they may have, anything they may have seen, anything they may have heard. Someone said, I remember reading on here that it was a botched burglary and she beat the woman to death. Her godfather got her into an expensive mental hospital. That's why she didn't finish high school. I don't know if any of it's true, but I do vividly remember reading that on here. Plus the man in LA, plus Ronnie. This is all alleged, of course. They're saying, yep, rumor is Shepard Pratt. They're saying that's the one good memory. This is all alleged, right?
Y'all believe that? I mean, it's a trip to me how many people be on this Reddit thing just spewing all of this toxic information about people. I don't know. I don't go on Reddit, but I see a lot of people use Reddit to try to find truth information. And her being in a mental hospital because she allegedly was in a botched robbery and beat a woman, I think this would have came out by now. I think it would have, but I don't know. Let's continue and see what else he got to say. Let's see what other bodies he gonna put on.
I got chills when I saw that. What was the original comment? We don't know. As of 3 days ago, the crime is still unsolved. Very, very bizarre. Very strange. Okay.
Now, see, that don't make no sense. So if he's saying, see, this is what I'm saying, man. He just goes off of rumors and whatever. He don't have any like real facts, because on one hand, he said he's going through this Reddit stuff saying, oh, Chrisean has something to do with it. That's why her rich stepfather or father allegedly put her in a mental hospital. So if the police knew she did this and they let her go into a mental hospital, why are they saying that nobody was ever found guilty, or they didn't know what happened to her or who did it? That don't make no sense, man. Let's continue.
Okay. So there's another post going around on the Chrisean Rock subreddit about this incident. It says, this is where she supposedly was at after killing a woman. Now, I may be wrong about the story, but this is the place, the Shepard Pratt Townsend campus. And I guess this is like a mental health facility, mental health service, where she apparently, this is...
So now they saying she probably was in a mental hospital, but the story about her beating some woman, they not sure if that's true. So if you're not sure if that's true, why is he bringing this up like she caught a body? They be stretching, boy. This is the stuff people do for views, especially this guy who I be telling y'all, it's like, you know, he does good reporting. He's cool. I don't mind him when he goes to like the court cases or whatever. But when he's stretching it out, stretching something like this for views, I just think this is wrong, bro. But let's continue to see what else he got to say.
I'm not going to lie. This is like some Arkham Asylum shit. I didn't know that she was really on this type of stuff like this, but this is terrifying. It says they should have kept her fucking ass in there. Demon, supposedly she escaped the place and made an appearance to audition live in Blue's house, and that's how it all started. What? Brother, she needs to be stopped. I would like to know more, though, because I read somewhere in this sub, and it didn't go into much detail. It says, of course she did. Demonic little girl was always slithering out of something somehow. That's something I'm interested in because I believe that shit. She was probably like 18. I don't got to be in here. And boom. And her and Ronnie took off to LA. So I hate how they seal violent crimes for juveniles when they stay in juvenile court. You can have a murderer right beside you that did time and never know it. At 17-year-olds, you know that robbing and killing someone is wrong. Had she gone to actual prison, Ronnie would be alive and Junior wouldn't exist. Junior's crazy. Says, yeah, I heard about this too. They put her here instead of jail. Wait, I'm lost. Killing a woman? Is she charged with murder? I believe it was Ronnie, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, who went on a rant saying that Chris Stank killed a woman when she was 17. Sean Malone, a lawyer, and her godfather, who is likely her real dad, got her placed into a juvenile care facility. After completion of the required attendance, her record was expunged, and I believe that it was an Asian woman and Crack was making racist jokes, and she actually admitted it. Crack is Chrisean Rock. She admitted it on a live, ironically, at Sean Malone's house and didn't even realize that she told us. Shortly after this, her and Roddy went to LA and she killed a man while they tried to rob him. I believe it was a Hispanic man. His daughters found out that she was close to their neighborhood last year and threatened her life.
Now, the guy Ronnie, unfortunately, before his demise, he did unalive a homeless man in California. That part is true. He got off on it because of the self-defense. Now, during his time of spending in jail is when Chrisean auditioned for the Blueface house. And so that's how that all went about. Now, first they saying she did it, he did it. So if he did it, does that mean she takes credit for the body? He just all over the place with this. He's just compiling a bunch of stuff he sees on Reddit, and he don't even know who these people is who's talking. He don't know. This could be a bot talking. He don't know, and he's just spewing all of this information like it's facts. Like this is facts. Oh, she caught 3 bodies. Let's continue.
They promise they will get her at the right time. They even exposed that Ronnie took the fall for her. Whoa. Imagine having somebody you love so much that they take a murder charge for you because they know you could have a bright future. Then you kill that man for wanting to see his son. Chrisean was going down a good path before she met Blueface. She was physically and academically talented with a degree in kinesiology and exercise science. yeah, I don't know if that's
so now they saying she going down a good path, but y'all just said she was out robbing people and unaliving them, but she was a good person. She had a good head on her. I mean, make it make sense, y'all. I mean, this is stuff he shouldn't even be spewing on the internet. I mean, he should have some kind of cohesiveness in his storytelling of her 3 bodies that she allegedly has. He's just reading stuff off of Reddit and acting like this is fact. Let's continue.
Great degree. She could have used her form of fame to open a practice and set herself up for a lifetime of comfortable cash flow. She's not the type of celebrity that's going to be popular forever. That money already ran low. That she's homeless. She only got somewhat famous because 75% of the world watches the abuse of her son. People saying she never had that much potential. She's sick in the head. A narcissist who was masking. She wasn't on a good path, murdering.
There's an Acura truck, and then we drove it in 2 days. Then when we got here, the first day we went to Santa Monica Pier, smoked and shit.
So in the same interview, right, later on in this interview, she actually had a slip of the tongue basically explaining how she became a model, and people saying this is more self-snitching. Look at this.
So how did you get into modeling? Like, what brands contacted you? Like, how long you been doing that
for? We still not off that story. So after I killed that nigga, I didn't kill him. I ex-boyfriend did.
Whoa!
What the hell? She just said after I killed that N-word. This is fucking insane.
You, like, how long you been doing that for?
We still not off that story. So after I killed that nigga, I didn't kill him. My ex-boyfriend did. He ended up. What happened? What's happening to him? I don't know. He in jail for like 4 months. Then we go to court. It's this one court case that really just ended the murder case. Boom.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm really shocked at what she just said right there. Now I'm thinking maybe it's some truth at what they reading on Reddit. I mean, I'd never seen this interview of her. You could tell she was way low budget. Her tooth is out of her mouth, so that means she was messing with Blueface. But man, I can't believe what she just said. That's what I'm saying, y'all. When y'all get on these internet, doing these interviews or whatever you doing, and you get the pop in your mouth, it's online forever. It's online forever. And police ain't getting no dumber. If somebody else found this, if Trap Lord found this, believe me, the police is gonna find this. And we already know they look at his channel. But this right here really changes the whole trajectory of what I was reading before. I mean, she just straight out of her own mouth said she did it and he took the charges, basically. Wow. Let's continue.
Self-defense, bro. But they get a gun charge and they're like, all right, you gotta do half. And half was 8 and you already did 4. So they was like, yeah, you only got 4 left. So you only got 4 more months left. But they moved them they moved to Northern Cali. So I went back to Baltimore and tried to get back on my feet, moved with these rich ass family, bro. It was the grace of God.
She needs to be in jail. She needs to be in jail forever. I'm actually terrified. I'm getting chills watching this. This is fucking insane. What do you mean? What do you mean after I killed the M-word? You are crazy. This woman needs to be stopped. This is pure demonic evil energy. It needs to. I'm actually I'm in shock. Let's watch it again on Reddit because then we're going to see what everyone thinks.
We still not off that story. So after I killed that nigga, I didn't kill him. My ex-boyfriend did. He ended up.
Who slips up like that? This is insane. I saw it on Discord. I wanted to check because I haven't seen this clip before. What the F? Who says something like this? This is insane. So I think these are the messages with her and Ronnie back in the day. It's not really relevant right now. Or actually, does she say anything? Does he say anything about this? She wants to make money off the disabled child. It's the only way I can hold her accountable. I'm going to the courthouse in the morning. That's not relevant. There's nothing there. So I feel so bad thinking about how hard he was trying to do right by that boy, only to have this demonic wildebeest kill him. I'm a princess. Her eyes actually changed and glitched over exactly like a reptilian. I know what I'm talking about. And by the blood of Yusha, she is one. You're losing me now. Are the videos where
Hey, by the way Chrisean be talking, she do sound like she was in a mental hospital. I don't mean to be funny, but I think her son inherited some of her genes just the way, and I hate to be messed up because I was looking at her live today or yesterday, and the way her boy is, he's 3 years old, he can't walk, he can't talk, and seeing her say that she unalived somebody and catch herself and say he did it, and just looking at her, I see a lot of her son in her. You know what I'm saying? And it's not his fault, but something is mentally wrong with Chrisean, allegedly. But I think there is. Let's continue.
slowed them down. She's always shape-shifting, especially the video of her when Blueface came home from prison. And they're at the arcade and Jaden said, play date. But then also he trying to keep it solid and not snitch on her, but at the same time not snitch on himself. And he's the one that's taken the rap for this. It's crazy.
Of all of the things that my lawyer pointed out to me, all of the things that we seen through this situation and the background of the individual who ultimately lost their life, it was a lot of signs pointing toward pimping and pandering. Like, Los Angeles is known for 304. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, people on Reddit are saying that that's what Chrisean was on back in the day, right? But so he's basically saying that the guy who they killed, allegedly, it might have been a pimp, might have had something to do with what was going on over there with the S-work trade. And I mean, I don't mean he deserved to be murdered, but it turned out allegedly was a self-defense situation.
So I think he was trying to scare us off, break her, and put her on a blade. That's what I think. Cause
So you think they were trying to traffic Chrisean?
yeah.
Okay, and so what happened? Like, it was a pimp. You had a.
So this.
I feel like, look at him thinking, like, how can I say this without saying what really happened?
I don't want to be overwhelming, but I gotta be transparent.
Yeah.
This was a spiritual interaction for me. This was one of my first times seeing the devil, dealing with the devil, looking at the devil in his face.
Yeah, her face, you mean, right?
So the individual who lost their life, he came out of the building and he was like walking to his car. Chrisean's on the phone. So she like, I don't know how they attract to each other, but somehow they attract. And I'm gonna get to that later. So my boy Draco, he's like, bro, where your girl at? I'm like, around the corner somewhere, like, let's walk to the corner. I'm pretty sure we'll see her. We walk to the corner. Chrisean standing with the individual. She likes to introduce God to people's life. So she tried to save this individual.
Man, I don't want to hear that about Chrisean came to LA to save a pimp. No, bro. She was working the blade, allegedly, but she was definitely working the blade, allegedly. She was talking to a pimp. They got into it. Somehow, some way, this man got unalived, whether it was by her or him. But believe me, she was not trying to teach nobody the Bible. You know, I just wanted to watch this with you guys just a little bit to see what kind of evidence he had that Chrisean caught 3 bodies. This is her baby daddy, Ronnie, explaining the story of how he allegedly unalived this guy, which now I think Chrisean did, allegedly. But he hasn't said or shown any proof that Chrisean had anything to do with his unaliving or anybody else's. And I just wanted to kind of watch it with you guys and show you how Trap Lord Ross just puts together stuff, just a bunch of rumors and stuff he sees online. And he's not boots on the ground trying to, you know what I'm saying, get real evidence or any of that kind of stuff. He just bases all of this off of just a rumor on a Reddit site. And I really don't think that's fair. And he does that with a lot of people. You see, he does it with NBA Youngboy. He's done it with Dirk. You know, he does it with everybody. You know, and I don't know, man. I think it's uncomfortable to do that kind of stuff. And then it for me, it makes it more personal because he ain't even black. And I know I hate to bring race in it. I know. I hate to bring race in it, but it's true. And not only is he not black, he ain't even from America. He not even, but now he lives here. You know, he lives in probably Burbank or Riverside or something in Cali. And, you know, Adam 22 has him comfortable around being around black people and keep exploiting black trauma. And I don't never see him do nothing about anybody else but us. I mean, I haven't seen him do anything about his people in the UK. I just haven't. He don't cover them extensively like he covers black trauma. And you know, I don't hate the guy. I'm just like, man, this is just so exploitive, and people just need to understand that his facts are not real. His facts are not real. They're not even facts. It's just a bunch of blah 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 blah. He all over the place, reading this, reading that, and do it, pop in a clip on this. It's just all over the place. But he'll confuse people to make you really think that she got 3 or 4 bodies. I don't know if she do. He don't either. You know, and the people who comments he read and don't, you know, only God knows, and her, you know. But I want to know what y'all think down below about this. Do you guys agree with his style of so-called journalism? I want to know what y'all think down below. That's all the time I got for this topic. Please make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And y'all already know I'm gonna be back with some more reaction videos, some more news, and I'm definitely gonna catch y'all on the next one. All right?